Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video where I give my review of the first season of Thomas & Friends. First broadcast in 1984, it was the only season to have every episode adapted from a story written by Wilbert Awdry. It was narrated by Ringo Starr in both English dubs, with George Carlin later re-narrating every episode for the US. But how good is Season 1? Well, for many, Season 1 would have been their first exposure to Thomas the Tank Engine, and it has some of the most classic stories ever, with Thomas and Gordon, Edward and Gordon, The Sad Story of Henry, Thomas and the Breakdown Train, Thomas Goes Fishing, Thomas and Bertie, The Flying Kipper. The list is endless. In my opinion, there were no bad episodes in this season. Sure, episodes like Thomas and the Guard aren't the most entertaining, and Thomas's Christmas Party may be a bit redundant given they didn't adapt Mrs. Kindly's Christmas, but you can easily ignore those complaints when you look at the whole season. And now onto the narration. I'm going to be talking about the narration in both English dubs. I've listened to the UK dub more often than the US, but I think I've seen enough of Shining Time Station to be able to give George Carlin a fair review. But to be honest, a fair review would just be me sitting here for hours talking about how good they are. In my opinion, Ringo and George are the best two narrators in the history of Thomas & Friends. I don't think it's really debatable about Carlin. Starr may be up for debate, but I don't think anyone can deny how amazing his narration is. Both put so much energy into it and are the best narrators in the show's history. Another thing Season 1 does really well is show how great Henry and Gordon are as characters. Edward will always be my favourite character, but Henry and Gordon are pretty close. Most of the best episodes in this season feature Henry or Gordon in a prominent role. Off the Rails is an amazing Gordon episode. Down the Mine is a Thomas episode, but Gordon is in a prominent role. Cold is a great Henry episode. Whistleton Sneezes focuses on them both. The first 4 episodes of the season have them both against other characters, and then you have the Flying Kipper. While not my favourite episode of the season, it is one of the most universally loved episodes of the show, and it is amazing and basically sums up classic Thomas & Friends. If you want one episode to watch to get an idea of what classic Thomas is all about, watch The Flying Kipper. Everything about this episode, the story, the narration, the music, the sets, the visuals, everything about it is perfect and just sums up classic Thomas beautifully. What else is there to say? I could talk about the music and the sets, but you probably already know what I'm going to say. In case you didn't, it's amazing. And I'll probably just end up repeating what most of you have heard before. So, yeah, it's amazing. So, how do I sum up Season 1? Well, it's an incredible piece of television, and there's nothing really wrong with it. Is it perfect? No. Not quite. But it's very close. I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. And my top 10 episodes in this season, from 10th to best, are The Sad Story of Henry, Edward, Gordon and Henry, Down the Mine, Tennis and Turntables, Off the Rails, The Flying Kipper, Whistles and Sneezes, Cold, Trouble in the Shed, and Percy Runs Away. So those are my views on Season 1. Not perfect, but pretty darn close. But make sure to comment down below what you think about Season 1. Thanks for watching everyone, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you can follow my Instagram by clicking on the link in the description. But that's all for today, I will see you next week.